Interesting quote from Mariam Namazi, who said that social media is doing to Islam what printing press did to Christianity.
All right.
I was with you right up until that. Harris. You could have said other things about Christianity declining in certain areas, but the printing press. So 1436 AP. You heard it from Harris. 1436, Christianity collapsed because people started printing Bibles.
That is something that I expect Mariam Namazi to say, who I'm totally not a fan of. It's not good that Harris Sultan repeats it, but yeah, I have a similar internal reaction, and I knew immediately that they lost you here.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, there are areas where Christianity has declined and so on. Most of that is pretty recent and not in 1436. Christianity was pretty booming for a long, long time.
Maybe you should ask Mariam Namazi why the printing press happened.
Yeah, and when those darn Christians started printing stuff on their dang printing press, that was the end of Christianity. And now we're seeing the same thing in Islam, where as soon as social media started, Islam started collapsing, like within 2 decades.
Yeah. That's a myth. For those who still hold on to that, that is a myth. That it's the printing press didn't bring about the decline of Christianity or anything like that. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
And I say this as an atheist.
We still love you, Harris, but you got some work to do.
Inshallah.
Got some work to do.
Unfortunately, printing press could not damage Islam the way it damaged Christianity because
1436, the end of Christianity began.
Because, first of all, the Ottomans didn't even introduce the printing press for another 100 years or so because they said that Arabic is God's language and we can't cheapen it by printing it. And then secondly, literacy did not really flourish in the Muslim world. So people were not reading. So the primary understanding of Islam came from the so-called scholars of Islam. And as Yasir Qadhi said, that there are certain things that we keep to ourselves amongst our intellectual circles.
Yeah.
We don't tell the ordinary public. If we had a culture of reading and writing as it was in the West, then this apostasy movement would have started a lot earlier in the Muslim world, but it didn't happen. And it still hasn't happened in the Muslim world. So, okay, the printing press didn't do anything to Islam, but social media is definitely doing it.
Yeah, I would say it would be very bad if the printing press did to, or if the internet or social media did to Islam what the printing press did to Christianity. It wouldn't be good. It would be bad.
Yeah.
Because that would mean that it would spread Islam to places where it wasn't before, or that it would spread a closer understanding, and that it would also bring forth a revival of Islamic, attempts to bring Islam back to its origins and all of that, because that's actually what happened with the printing press. So in Christianity, and you don't want that with Islam.
Yeah, correct. The internet is doing to Islam what the printing press did to Christianity, but in reverse, destroying Islam. That's
pretty good.
That's the AP version there.
That's true.
Servite meat, gravestone. Gravestone, Christianity, 1436. Couldn't handle the printing press. In the arms of the angel. Unrelated, but why is apostasy rate is most now?
Yeah.
Not sure. Do you mean is it growing? Yeah. We've kind of been discussing that. They had people insulated from hearing criticisms, and now people can find out the problems with Islam and they can see them around the world, and the apostasy rate is skyrocketing.
It's because the internet is doing the opposite of what the printing press did to Christianity.
You see, we have the proof.